Stellantis says it could lay off as many as 3,600 workers in Detroit and Toledo, Ohio, over the next 2 months. The reason, the company says, it needs to comply with California's emission regulations.
That's right. Stellantis is about to lay off about 3,600 American jobs. I said 3,600 American jobs. Why they gonna do that, T-Light? Because they can. So they can save a little bit of money. That's what they say. They're gonna save a little bit of money. They don't care about an American brand car. They don't care about Dodge. They don't care about Jeep. They don't care about Chrysler. All they care about is the EVs they trying to push on everybody. Let's have a conversation. Yeah, 3,600 jobs. That's right, 3,600 jobs. Stellantis doing it again. Listen here. They're getting rid of our muscle cars. They know Americans love muscle cars. We the only country that loves muscle cars like we do. We love our muscle cars. We don't really care about the fast, not NASCAR cars, but what's them other cars? I don't even F1 car, Formula One cars. We don't really care about that. That don't really tickle our fancy. We like our American-made muscle cars. And Stellantis is getting rid of those. And they're going to be bringing us EVs and inline sixes. Well, inline six is a gas car, T-Light. It is a combustion motor car. But that's what they drive around. That's what they drive overseas. Those are the motors they drive overseas. Very energy efficient motors. Can't say that they can make a lot of power. But what that means, for those of y'all who don't know, first they're going to go inline six, and then there won't be no more motors. No more combustion motors. They're going to go full on out EVs. And I promise you, they're not going to be no big old EVs like they make it now. They just making this charger to pull us all in. You know what I'm saying? They're going to pull us all in with all these electric cars, and then they're going to shrink the size of these cars. These cars are going to be little bitty cars. I'm telling you, y'all got to pay attention.
Scott Hayes represents Toledo Refining Company, and he joins me now, cares a whole lot about this issue. Scott, good morning. It's great to see you. You know, this is a strange one. Tell us why people in your state are losing their jobs over what's going on in California.
Well, what we're seeing is that failed policy out of Sacramento and out of D.C. are costing real collateral damage here in the Midwest. The effort to put you into an electric vehicle before we can do so, before it's even attainable, it's unachievable, and it's costing jobs.
And the crazy part about it is they doing this to comply with one state. What you mean, T-Light, one state? California. California control everything. If California want it, they're going to do it for the whole country. So they doing it all for California just so they can meet regulations in California. I myself, I would have said, hey, California, look like y'all ain't going to be having no more Dodgers until you change your rules. Because, you know, California, they want to get rid of all combustion motor cars by 2035. I think by 2035, they want to have every car on the road in California an EV, an electric car. That's right. And you know, Biden, he want the cars to be at least, what did he say? Well, let's see. What did he say? What did he say? He said he want 2/3 of the car pop, 2/3 of the cars by 2032. He wanted to be EV cars. Come on, Biden. You might not even be alive by 2032. You see, people, he might not. Listen, I ain't wishing death upon nobody. I want him to live a long time. Long time. I want him to see 35. But he already 80. So 2032, he's stretching it. Hell, I might not be even here 2032. But come on, man. It's not going to affect him. He already had it. He already lived his life. He already drove all the gas cars he wanted to. He 80-something. So he don't care that you don't get to enjoy your cars. Because he already enjoyed his. That's right. He already enjoyed his cars. And as you know, these EVs, they're not going to be cheap.
It's not that the market is dictating this. It's that these companies need to comply with a government mandate for a car that a lot of people can't afford or don't want. So
the average American ain't going to be able to afford no $100,000 EV, $80,000, $90,000 EV. You're not even offering an affordable EV yet. And you talking about some let's switch over by 2032, 2035. And you're not even offering an affordable, reliable EV. It's ridiculous. Listen to what my boy Trump got to say about the situation.
On day 2, we'll get rid of this ridiculous electric car mandate. You know, on a diesel fuel truck, the big ones, great ones, you go 2,000 miles. On an electric truck, you have nothing left because the battery is so large. Believe it or not, it takes up most of the space, so that's a little problem. But it only goes 300 miles. And yet, it doesn't matter to them. A child would understand, therefore you can't do it. You talk about a supply chain problem.
Like my boy Trump said, the battery mileage is only like 300 miles to 300 miles. And then you got to go charge it up for an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. On top of that, you can't haul nothing heavy because it's going to kill the battery real fast. Anybody know? I got that, see that remote control car? If I play with this remote control car in the grass, you know what? The battery dies at a rapid rate. You know why? Because it's putting a little bit more struggle on the motor. A gas motor ain't going to do that. As long as there's gas in there, it ain't gonna do that. But this is an electric RC car. I'm just trying to compare everything to y'all. This is an electric car. I'm gonna pull it out for y'all. This car right here do 100 miles an hour, real easy. It's an electric car, and it gets power immediately. They fast, super fast. I race people that got gas powered RC cars. They don't stand a chance against this car. But this car, once the battery start dying, them gas cars be flying past me like it ain't nothing. And this car do it, like I said, it'll do 100 miles an hour. But anytime this car is anytime that car is met with any kind of resistance, the battery die like that. I'm talking about like that. And I'm just playing in a little bit of tall grass or anything like that. Get it in the sand, that battery die like that. And what I'm saying is electric motors die fast too. Once you put a lot of weight on those electric cars, that battery ain't gonna last no 300 miles. It get hot outside, that battery ain't gonna last no 300 miles. Let's be serious. And we talking semis too. What about when they try to put the battery on a semi? I drive semis. Guess what? It's a weight restriction that you have. You have to meet a certain weight to drive on U.S. highways. Yeah, U.S. roads. You can't be over 80,000 pounds. The battery imagine what the battery on a semi is going to weigh. On top of that, it's not going to be as strong enough to climb up those hills. Have you ever drove a semi? You probably haven't driven a semi, but imagine driving a semi up those Pennsylvania hills, those Colorado hills, those California hills. I've done it. It's a struggle for the truck to even climb up that hill, pulling 50, 60,000 pounds. On top of that, you got to be braking and all that, just burning up all type of energy. But you know what? It does it every time because it's got a tank full of diesel, a tank full of gasoline. It does it quite easily. But that that EV car, it ain't going to be able to do all that. And they trying to force these down our throat. And it's crazy. On top of that, they want to force these EVs down our throat. And Stellantis is taking American jobs. That's crazy. It's crazy that you're going to get rid of American jobs. And it's cheaper to make the cars now. Yeah, I said it. It's cheaper to make these cars now. And these cars are through the roof, way too expensive as it is. And now you're going to take the 3,600 American jobs. And it's more cuts in the foreseeable future. So you mean to tell me you're going to take all these jobs? Who going to buy your cars? Who going to buy your cars? You're not even loyal to your own people that work for you. So I know you ain't finna be loyal to the Dodge customer. You're not even loyal to your workers. You're gonna lay them off because you want to save a couple ducats, a few $1 billion. Come on, you can't take that money to the grave. I'm talking about, they said they offered 12,700 people. They offered them buyouts. They offered them salary buyouts. So it's more than 3,600 jobs. It's probably more like 15,000. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Stellantis is letting us down. We as an American people, we've been standing by this brand. Remember when they had those Intrepids? Trash. Sebrings? Trash. Y'all remember those? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember those hard times? Stratus? Trash. Avenger? Trash. And we stuck it out with them. And this is the thanks we get. We building them up. We done built this brand up. Now they can charge you $100,000 for a Hellcat that they used to charge us $55,000, $65,000 tops maybe $75 for the Demon. And they didn't change a damn thing. And they charging you an extra, 30%? The price done went up 30%. Yeah. No, actually, the price done went up more than that. Probably like 300%. The price done went up, but guess how much the American income went up? 20%. America's income went up 20%. It was like $56,000. Now it's like $80,000. Like 20%. Compared to like 300% increase in everything. So we not even paying Americans enough money to afford these new products. Come on, Stellantis. Come on. Stellantis does not, I said don't. Let me talk like my English teacher said. It does not care about us. Stellantis let us down. They keep letting us down, but they keep charging us an arm and a leg for something that ain't even worth it. Do you know anybody willing to pay $100,000 for an EV? I don't. If Ford can afford to give us a V8, why can't you, Stellantis? If Chevy can afford to give us a V8, why can't you, Stellantis? It's because you don't want to. You don't care. It doesn't affect you. All you care about is the bottom line. Come on, y'all. Let me know in the comments, are you disappointed in Stellantis? Because I am. I hate to see anybody lose a job, especially my fellow Americans. I do not want to see nobody lose their job, get laid off, just because a company trying to save a couple of $1 billion that they're going to give to all the execs as bonuses. That's right, bonuses. When they could be giving it back to the people, the ones that buy your vehicles. Yeah, instead of getting rid of the little extra $1 billion, $2 billion you're going to save, you could have just gave that to your workers, kept paying them. Because 9 times out of 10, if you work for Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, you're probably going to buy a Dodge, a Chrysler, a Jeep, or a Ram vehicle because you get a discount. Yeah. So you probably go get your money back anyway, but you're greedy. Greedy. Greed. This is a greed move. This is straight greed. This is a greed move, in my opinion. Yeah. In my opinion, it is. I don't want you to get mad and say, "Oh, you making assumptions." In my opinion, this is a greed move, allegedly. Cover all bases. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? Are you mad at Stellantis? I'm pissed at Stellantis. I'm very disgusted in Stellantis. Cutting jobs when you don't have to. Slash those prices on those over expensive vehicles you got. Those 2023s that's been sitting on the lot for going on 2 years. Cut the prices. $100,000 for a base Hellcat. Well, a regular Hellcat, fully loaded. That should be $65,000 to $70,000. What makes you think you can charge us $100,000 for a Hellcat? Come on now. A red-eye 120. Are you serious? A TRX, $130,000. A Durango Hellcat, $115,000. A Jeep Grand Wagoneer, $115,000. A Grand Cherokee, $85,000. A Dodge Hornet RT Hybrid, $51,000. Are you kidding me, Stellantis? If you slash those prices, you wouldn't be having to make no cuts. Think about it. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this situation. Y'all stay up and y'all stay blessed up. It's your boy T-Light. It costs you nothing to like. It costs you nothing to subscribe. It costs you nothing to share the video. It don't even cost you to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know what you think in the comments about this situation. I'm out this piece. Peace.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely. Peter Pan, that's